Near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this store. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves. How's it going, all you minties? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today, I get to break some news from the world of Mad Cave Comics. That's right, we're going to be talking about 3 brand new deluxe editions coming out later in 2025. So, join me. And welcome back, everybody. Now, before going any further, a big thank you to the folks at Mad Cave Studios for letting us break the news on these 3 deluxe editions that are coming out later this year. And before I go any further, a small reminder to hit that like button, please. It goes a long way for us here on the channel, and it's a very small thing you can do, but it does mean the world to us. All right, we are looking at September, October, and November, and each month we'll have a new deluxe edition. And these I'm excited to announce because I have read all 3 of these. So I can't wait to see what the deluxe editions bring us. So the very first one that is coming out in September of 2025 is Dick Tracy Volume 1 Deluxe Edition. So let's take a look at our cover. And the cover here is supplied by Dan Panosian. And I have to say, Dan Panosian has come a long way from just being an inker in the 90s. Not that that was just a job, right? But he has just evolved into this beast. I am loving every piece of art that he has done lately. So in here, you're going to find the work of Alex Segura and Michael Morecci with Gerardo Borges on artwork. And this will collect the first 5 issues of Dick Tracy and then a lot of the bonus material for Dick Tracy fans. And this is all set in the city. So it's another one of these stories that takes place in the past. It's after World War II. And I got the chance to read this, and I have to say, this is one of my favorite reads this year. And we'll probably make it in my top 10 favorite reads of the year. So I can't wait to see what this deluxe edition looks like. This one here is rated mature. Just as a heads up, it will have 152 pages and retailing for $29.99. The book that is coming out in October is another book that I had the chance to read. This one a little bit different than the Dick Tracy book, and that is Gatchaman Volume 1 Deluxe Edition. So let's go ahead and take a look at our cover. And the cover here is supplied by Tommy Lee Edwards, who supplied some of the covers for the series. And this will collect issues 0 through 5 and have a lot of the bonus material. This one here is rated Teen Plus. It is written by Cullen Bunn. I have no idea how that... when that man sleeps, he is always writing things, and I love it. Chris Batista and Pascale Qualanau are the artists on the book. And this is a modernization of the Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. Or, yeah, I guess if you grew up in America, it was called Battle of the Planets or G-Force. But this is the take on the Japanese series and has just been modernized. All 5 members are back. And also Galactor is back, who got his own spin-off series. So I'd love to see that collected one day. And that one is coming out on... It looks like it is October 7th. But again, dates are always subject to change. All right, let's move on to the last book. And that is the book that is coming out on November 4th. Again, dates obviously subject to change. And this is one of my favorite reads. Again, man, it's going to be hard to decide which one's the best out of all 3. Again, you can get all 3. Flash Gordon, Volume 1, Deluxe Edition. Now, before we talk about the book, let's talk about the cover here. So the cover is supplied by Francesco Tomaselli, and that was one of the covers that they used for the variant covers, if I'm not mistaken, for the book. This is the book that is written by Jeremy Adams and illustrated by Will Conrad. Lee Loufridge is doing the colors in this book, and it will collect issues 0 through 5 of the series. This one's 160 pages and retails for $29.99. And another one of these, it's ironic enough that Jeremy Adams was writing Flash and then went on to do Flash Gordon. But I'm loving, if you love the old classic Flash series, even if you grew up, like I found out about Flash Gordon through the 1980s cartoon, the reruns of that cartoon. So it wasn't until oh my gosh, in my 40s that I got to read the original comic strips. But if you like the comic strips, if you like that 80s cartoon with a little bit of a modern flair to it, man, Jeremy Adams is killing it. All these books are great. So those are your round of announcements for this time. Let me know in the comments down below which of these books you are picking up, which one you're most excited about, which ones you haven't read and you're just familiar with the creators or the characters. And again, a big thank you to Mad Cave Studios for letting us break the news. That's it, everybody. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.